we have with us a distinguished guest. Dr. Ibrahim Hassan is the Associate Professor of Islamic Studies at the University of Jos, Nigeria. He is currently a Fulbright Visiting Scholar at Northwestern University. His research interests include Islam in Nigeria, Islam in Development, Islamic radicalism, and counter-radicalism. He has recently published an article on Islamization of Disciplines, a case and preliminaries for Islamic Peace building studies, and a new book on towards an Islamic theory of development, among other notable works. So please give a warm welcome to Dr. Ibrahim Hassan.
Assalamu alaikum. It's a little bit difficult to talk in this foreign country because you are not sure of the audience, you don't know their background, you don't know what they know of the topic that you're going to speak about. But I'll try to do what I can, and I think we'll fill up the gaps when you're asking questions. I'm discussing Islamic insurgency in northern Nigeria. The paradigmatic insurgency current now is Boko Haram. So I will be more or less concentrating on Boko Haram. I'll just give you a brief on what is Boko Haram. Western education is haram, is prohibited, even though Boko has an etymological meaning beyond just Western education, which I will explain later. But the term Boko Haram is applied to the group, but the group has insisted that that is not their name, and they don't like that. They prefer to be, they have changed names over the years. From 2009 when they started with different names. These names have evolved. Currently, they are called Jama'atu Lid-Da'wati wa Jama'at Ahl Da'wa, Jama'at Ahl Da'wa wa Jihad. That is what they are called. So they are people of called to Islam and Jihad. And principally, they are claiming to be waging Jihad, propagating Islam. And they have argued over the years, because they started from 1995, but did not turn violent until 2009. So from 1995 to 2009, there has been a lot of sermons, preachings, debates, and counter-debates with those who are opposed to them within the Muslim community and from outside. So their principal arguments are basically that, which they keep changing, that Western education and therefore Western civilization has brought in values that are anti-Islam into the society. They have argued that Western education as a form of education has nothing wrong, there's nothing wrong with it. But the environment within which the education is cultivated is faulty because of the mixing of the genders, and also that some of the teachings in sciences, like the Darwin theory of evolution, like the land and sea breezes, which explains the falling of rain, but Allah says that He sends down the rain, not through this process. Also that Allah says 7 heavens and a similar structure for the earth. So these are the kind of theories that they propound. And they also say that it is not right for a Muslim to work under a non-Muslim government. What is really responsible for the weakness of the Nigerian state? It's not merely that it was led by a non-Muslim, therefore he was neglectful of the Muslim and Islamic problem. No, that is a very simple way of putting it. The real issue is corruption. We have serious corruption, the dimension of which you can only read about, but it doesn't really play here in more advanced countries. That is not to say that there is no corruption in the US, but I think it's in a more subtle way, in a more civilized way than the way we have. Corruption has gone into all the stratas of the Nigerian government, which has really helped in the build-up and embolden and the strength of Boko Haram. And it's a principal campaign slogan of the incoming government to fight corruption. And by his personal example, and as a leader some 30 years ago, he has really shown the ability to fight corruption. Another important thing is that, Boko Haram claimed to be anti-Christianity, and it has actually killed Christians and attacked churches. But if you look at the statistics, you will find that even if it started that way, it was a claim to attract more support from the Muslim community, which it failed to gain. And when it failed to gain, it turned on the Muslim community, such that 6 notable Christian clerics were killed, but 13 notable Muslim, Salafi, Wahhabi Muslim scholars have been killed by Boko Haram. For every one church that has been attacked, you may find an equivalent mosque that has been attacked. For every Christian life that has been killed, by now we have 5 to 10 times Muslim lives that have been killed. For the 200 girls, Chibok girls that have been talked about, there are more than 2,000 Muslim women that have been kidnapped and sexually abused by this group. Therefore, the appeal to anti-Christian sentiments was only a means to legitimate what they are doing. Well, I think I must not take too much of your time. I will allow for questions.